up, guys? It's your boy X back at you again with another video today. And I know it's been a while, but I'm happy to say and announce that we finally hit 1,000 subscribers, guys. Yeah! Yes! Fuck yeah! It's been a long road. It's been like 2 years since I started this channel. And, I haven't always been the most consistent uploader, but I'm trying my best. I got a full schedule between tattooing full time, taking care of a really hyperactive pit bull, as well as trying to squeeze in school. And I newly acquired an apprentice recently that I'm teaching how to tattoo. So, I kind of got a lot on my plate right now, which is the reason why I kind of stepped away from YouTube for like the last 4 months or so, last 4 or 5 months. But, I woke up the other day and I was like, whoa, let me check out the channel real quick. And I realized that I had 1,000 subscribers, and I just thought it might be a good opportunity to jump back on here and say thank you to everybody that subscribed to the channel. Everybody who's been watching the videos, I really appreciate you guys. And I think we'll start this return back to the channel with a Q&A video. Seeing as, I've been getting lots of comments on my videos, I haven't really reached out in response to that, so I figured we'd just wrap it all up all at once right here. And, answer some of these questions I've been getting right here for you guys on the video. So let's get into it. Let me go through my phone right quick, see what we got. First question comes from Mew. Says, I'm thinking I want a themed sleeve for my left arm and patchwork on the right. How do you feel about mixing and matching different design styles in a patchwork sleeve? How do I feel about mixing and matching different design styles in a patchwork sleeve? Well, that's entirely up to you, bro. Like, me personally, I'm doing a patchwork sleeve on both arms, but like I kind of lean towards having that cohesiveness as, one style for an entire arm. Like, this entire arm is going to be black and gray traditional. This entire arm is, for the most part, black and gray realism. So that to me is like the unifying element, is just like establishing a theme that kind of ties the entire arm together. But to each their own, man. Potato, potato. If you want to like do that and like just do whatever the fuck you want to do on your body, it's your body, man. Like, the Sistine Chapel, has, paintings from multiple artists, not just one person. So if that's how you want to decorate your temple, bro, and you want to just do whatever you want to do with whoever you want to do it with, then do that, man. Like, it's America, born of land of the free and all that, you know what I'm saying? So go ahead, do what you want to do. Next question comes from Nigel Douglas Jr. I like what you're doing with your channel. I like your locks. How long have you been growing them out? Oh, well, thank you, Nigel. Thank you. It's been a long road with these boys as well. I've been growing my locks now for, it'll be 2 years in January, so we're almost at that 2-year mark. But I was growing my hair out for about, since like 2016. Before I decided to go ahead and lock it up or whatever. This is the best decision I ever made, considering I have a very coarse hair texture, 4C, that really, limits the amount of things I can do with it as far as, different styles without having to deal with a ton of detangling or whatever. I'm not going to get into all that. If you guys want to see like some more like about dreadlocks or whatever, let me know in the comments, and maybe I'll make some videos on dreadlocks or some shit like that. Next comment. Is healing slower bad for the tattoo? Like, will it mess it up? So I'm assuming this is in reference to my video about tattooing clients that are diabetics. Yes, healing slower is bad for a tattoo. The longer the healing takes, the more vulnerable your tattoo is to infection. So you want to pretty much mitigate that by, being in the healthiest state that you can, and having your wounds heal within a reasonable time frame, as well as maintaining a clean environment for your tattoos, as well as keeping the tattoo itself relatively clean. So if you're diabetic and you heal slow, probably the number one thing to do would be to reach out to a doctor before you decide to go and get a tattoo. Get your A1C levels checked, make sure everything's solid before you go in there and get a tattoo. If you're still worried about it, even if you get the green light from your doctor, you can always get a very small tattoo. That way you're not like trying to heal some huge half sleeve or leg sleeve or something of that nature and end up getting some kind of huge infection because your tattoo's healing a lot slower. Another thing that could happen when your tattoo's healing slower, you might just be more prone to scabbing too as well, which can affect the overall outcome, the quality of the tattoo that's going to be produced, because major scabbing leads to fallout from the tattoo, so those scabs will fall out and take some of the tattoo out with it, which kind of just decreases the overall final result that you're looking for, which would probably lead to you getting more touch-ups. That's pretty much that with that. So let's go. Oh, and that comment came from Couch Mermaid. Next one is from Mimi Loves. It says, I would love to get flowers and whip shading / dot work from left hip and the thigh area, but I was told by an artist that it will fade over time. I'm looking for something that won't look cartoonish. I've heard photorealism tattoos won't look great on dark brown skin over time. Alright, so you got a couple things here. You said you'd like to get some flowers with whip shading dot work. That's not really photorealism, that's more of an illustrative style. You can do it in a way that it looks more realistic, but I'm assuming that you're darker skin because you said it won't look good on dark brown skin. So for that style, I would highly recommend for you particularly to probably move towards the more illustrative side, more bolder line work for that. Go bigger with your flowers. That way you can get bigger whip shaded dots, because I personally have that whip shaded style on my neck, and I like the tattoo a lot, but it just doesn't stand out, doesn't have enough contrast because the flowers are too small and the dots are too small within it. If I were to redo it, I'd do it way bigger, with bolder outlines and a wider needle configuration for the actual whip shading that's coming off of it. That way it stands out more prominently. The next thing you're saying is that you don't want to get something that looks cartoonish and that you're considering photorealism. Now I wouldn't full out tell you no, you can't get photorealism. I honestly would have you check out my dark skin tattoo video, because it's totally possible to do that. I have some photorealism tattoos. It's just when you're darker skinned, you have to take into account that there are going to be some restrictions that apply to what you can and can't get. You need to be picking pieces of subject matter that are more easily identifiable by the average person. You need to be getting the tattoos at a larger size, as well as making sure that you are using your skin tone as your base value from which you start the tattooing. So you can't get anything lighter than your skin tone is what I'm trying to say. So for example, this is done by one of my homies, here in Arizona. He's a bad motherfucker. This is done by one of my homies here in Arizona. Photorealism. But once again, they're big tattoos, they're bold, lots of contrast, they're easily identifiable. You know what they are as soon as you look at them. So you just have to play with those restrictions in mind and then move forward from there. So let's go to the next one. Let's see what we got here. Next question comes from Mrs. L. Lewis. Where's your tattoo shop? I think I got two of those. Another one from Sholed Night. It says, where's your tattoo shop? I work at Dark Horse Tattoo Company in Gilbert, Arizona, with some really awesome tattoo artists, and I'm very happy and fortunate to be working where I'm working. The next question comes from Daryl Kirby. I'm light skinned, black, laugh out loud, but white ink doesn't seem to fit well with tattoos. My skin spit white right out. Anyways, so I don't think the white ink spits out of your skin, but you have to remember, like, once again, you say yourself, you're light skinned, you're not a Caucasian person. So that means that whatever you put beneath your skin, a layer of melanin is going to heal on top of that. And you'll be looking at that white through a layer of your melanin. So for example, so think about it like this. If you're lighter skin, which is like more of a, lighter brown, yellowish kind of skin tone, and you put white beneath it, and then the yellowish, your regular skin tone heals, and are you gonna be able to see pure white? No, not never. Your skin tone's always gonna be acting as like a filter over that, so it'll never be pure white. And then you also have to take in consideration that white ink on darker skin never heals completely solid. Some parts, tend to discolor or yellow out. So if that doesn't really work for you and you don't like that look, I would just say don't get white ink tattoos at all, or white highlights at all. If you can deal with that, then do it. Like, I have some white highlights in my skin. Like, you wouldn't know if you looked at it, but honestly, it does the job that it's supposed to do, which is just highlighting an area, that's more high key. So just so you could have that highlight. It's not gonna look white, but it should do its job if highlighting is what you're looking for. If you're looking for a white ink tattoo, you're probably gonna have something that's gonna look like a discolored scar or something like that. So next question comes from IK. I've been looking for this video for years. I want to get a black and gray realism tattoo. According to your chart, I would be like a 5 or a 6. Do you know someone who does black and gray realism? Yeah, I do. I do black and gray realism. I know a lot of people that do black and gray realism here in Arizona, in Chicago, a couple people in Cali. It really just depends on where you're at, bro. Like, depends on if you're willing to travel coming through to Arizona. If it's someone in some other state, I would honestly just tell you to look up the local tattoo shops in your area on Google. Then go through their portfolios, see which portfolio you emotionally respond to, and then set up a consultation with that artist and just get a feel for them. See if that's somebody that you feel is comfortable tattooing you, is going to do a good job for you, and that you can have a good relationship with. That's probably the best way to go about it, honestly. Just reach out to your local tattoo community via Google or Instagram. Next question. Hey, I have a question from Gloria Williams. If you're diabetic, how would you go about getting a tattoo? I think I answered this in a video. You should check out my diabetic tattoo video. But essentially, go check with your doctor first. If your doctor gives you an okay, then move forward with the tattoo. Maybe even let the tattoo artist know as well that you're diabetic before you get tattooed. Next question from Ninda Himenda. Murdered your name probably, but
sorry.
I tried. It says, you look like Hardik Pandya or Pandya. I've never really seen this person before. I had to Google him. I guess thanks. I don't know what to say with that one. I don't think I really look like dude, but he looks like a handsome jack. So I guess, you must be recognizing how handsome I am. Thank you. Appreciate it. Next question comes from Kevin Demery Rain. Love your videos any advice for first time tattoo with keloid history? I watched her video talking about this, but wonder if doing test lines or going for a full small tattoo is best. I had an ear keloid as a kid, trying to gather info on tattoo soon. Thanks. Alright, so an ear keloid versus, like getting a tattoo is probably different. I'm assuming your ear keloid came from your cartilage. And I feel like not just African Americans, but a lot of people are prone to getting keloids on the cartilage area. If it just happens to be like your lobe as well too, then yeah, you're probably like super keloid prone. But if it's just the cartilage, I wouldn't really worry about that all too much. I had some little keloids on my cartilage too. When I was 18, I got my industrial. That didn't really heal up very well. Had it for like over a year, ended up taking it out and had keloids in both spots. But, I had been tattooed, so like I had never really thought like getting a keloid on my arm was going to be a thing. Like, yes, I'm scarred from some tattoos, but, I wouldn't really consider that keloiding. I'd probably just say that was like human error from like the individual tattoo artist that, applied the work on my skin. And yes, I might have slightly like more sensitive skin because of the melanin content in my skin, but I don't think that makes me necessarily keloid prone, because that shit would blow up like a motherfucker. So I'm assuming it's probably the same thing for you, man. You just probably have to find somebody that, you just let them know I have sensitive skin. I might be prone to keloiding. Get a little tiny tattoo. Take good care of it, heal it well. If it heals up good, you should be good to move forward with getting some. Let's move on to the next question. Comes from Ashley Johnson. This came 4 months ago. She said, I'm not sure if you'll see this in time. I didn't. But I'm getting a tattoo tomorrow. I break out in hives when I scratch myself, etc. So I'm kind of worried about getting this tattoo. They said it would be okay, but I'm not sure if they understood what I meant about hives. Like, I can take my nail and write my name and it will swell into hives. Any advice? I feel like it probably would be okay too, but I'm not a dermatologist, so maybe you should, go talk to a doctor about that. Go see a dermatologist, get their opinion on it. If you want to just risk it for the biscuit or whatever, get a tiny tattoo. Like, I feel like that's the number one solution. Like, get a super tiny tattoo, like a little music note or something that's like this big, just to see how your skin reacts to it. If it reacts well, then you'll be fine. I've had plenty of incidences where I've tattooed people with sensitive skin that gets really red and inflamed all at once, skin that's super thin and like delicate to where you can only barely work a couple passes into the skin before things get too overly irritated, and you have to call the session short and then let it heal and then kind of layer that up later on. There are various different kinds of skin types, and tattoo artists have to deal with this on a daily basis. So I would say just go for it. If it's a huge tattoo and you're that worried, go see a doctor. If it's a small tattoo, just try it out, see what happens. Next question comes from Dorian Smith. Would you recommend UV ink for dark-skinned people? Why not? Try it, dude. If it works for you, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Me personally, I don't have any experience with that on my body because I personally don't want anything that glows inside my body. I just don't think that's natural. So, but if that's what you want, dude, go for it. Try it out. You won't. Nothing beats a fail like a try. You know what I'm saying? So, next question. Or where are we at? 20 minutes? Maybe I'll just cut it short right here. I still have more questions and things to answer. And if you guys want more, then leave a comment down below in the comment box or whatever, and then maybe I'll make a part 2 Q&A video for this one. But I thought this would just be something fun, get back into making videos again, interact with some of the subscribers. And you know, thanks for rocking with my channel for the last couple years. Looking forward to producing some more content for you guys. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. So love, peace, and happiness.